Welcome to Lake Ray Roberts for the fourth stop of the Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's. We're just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's early May and the lake is on fire. We've got 218 teams vying for their share of nearly $85,000. There's a lot on the line today, and the action starts now.
Started. The first slide is going to be boats 1 through 50. If you're in the first slide, your check-in time will be 3 o'clock. Another quick reminder, the entire marina is off limits.
Boy, Ray Roberts is it's that lake that is going to take a big sack to win. There's fish moving up, there's fish coming back, so it's a fisherman's dream right now. If you want to catch them shallow, you'll be able to catch them shallow. If you want to catch them deep, there's post-spawn fish. So it's going to be a shootout. I mean, it's going to be a great day today.
This is it, stop number 4 in the regular season, and we're on Lake Ray Roberts. We've got 218 teams on hand and better than $85,000 in total purse. The winners will take home a brand new Nitro boat powered by a Mercury outboard. For payouts and sponsor contingency programs, look us up at texasteamtrail.com. Also in play is the points race for the Lucas Oil Team of the Year. Jeff Reynolds and Johnny Thompson are the reigning title holders, and they came into this event inside the top 5, looking for a repeat.
Yeah, for Lucas Oil Team of the Year, we were fortunate enough to win it last year. This year we're sitting in third place. We had a good tournament at Amistad. The guys leading it, they're locals on Sam Rayburn, which is our last tournament, double points. But still yet, I know how the local favorite goes. We've been to Texoma and I'm not done so good. So you never know how it's going to turn out. You just got to go catch all you can catch every day and see what happens. There's a lot of other guys that are in there that's got a chance to win it. The points are really tight this year. First place has got a little bit of a gap, but on this lake, anything can happen.
We'll keep an eye on Reynolds and Thompson. A mid-pack finish today would keep them in position going into the championship. Getting right into tournament coverage, this is Eric Magaha and Chris Wernicke. They're tied for third with Reynolds and Thompson in the Lucas Oil Team of the Year points race.
Back this way,
they're up shallow and looking for opportunities.
I just need to sit right here and hope them big fish come up here and intercept them. I'm not really sure what these fish are doing right now. They're so spread out. We can't find schools deep. We can't find a good shad spawn chase shallow. And it's hard to tell if the majority of the fish are post-spawn or pre-spawn or just, on beds in the mud and we can't see them. So
we've heard several people say they haven't spawned yet. We've heard people say they have spawned yet. It's one of those tricky in between. You got water temperature from 67 to 73, and you would think that they're done, but we can't really pinpoint what they're doing. So we're struggling a little bit, but we've got some stuff figured out.
you know what though, yesterday, man, how many is it? Just now 8?
Just now
Yesterday
8.
we didn't really get on a bite until, it was after that front blew in, so I guess it was about 8:30 before we actually started fishing. We didn't see this shad spawn yesterday.
I've got plenty of confidence we're going to catch fish today. It's just been a bad morning so far. We were hoping to have 2 or 3 by now, but it is what it is. Fish?
Yeah, little bitty white. If we was looking for a mess of whites to cook today, we'd be all right.
Moving on, fishing out of the Nitro boat. This is Drew Sloan and Terry Peacock. They too are up shallow, confident,
Morning.
but still trying to dial it in.
Off that schooner, there's just 2 fish chasing the bait. That's a good thing they weren't a bunch of them, so there weren't no sand bass. Oh, man. You got him?
I hope he missed it.
You ain't got that treble hook in there, do you? That's a frog.
It's a frog.
Pick up that spook of mine.
What we seen yesterday in practice, it seems like there could be, you know, all three phases of the spawn right here. These fish will spawn out in this stuff. It's kind of a flat, and also could still be some pre-spawn fish too. Spawn fish, and then we're figuring mostly post-spawn. We'll kind of have to, hopefully we get a few bites and let the fish tell us what we need to do and just kind of figure out what's going on. There's a bunch of shad right up there.
In front of that bird, I see him.
Yeah.
There's a shad spawn starting right there.
Yeah.
After the clouds and rain yesterday, we're under bluebird skies with a light wind, and it looks like the shad spawn is finally kicking off. It'll be interesting to see how the day shapes up. Stay with us. We'll be back with more from Lake Ray Roberts on the Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's.
As people who love the outdoors, we know what we stand for. We stand for fish, wildlife, and conserving the places they call home. We stand for the traditions we inherited and that we must pass on. We stand for great gear, fair prices, expert service, and memorable experiences. At Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we stand together for you.
Let's get down to business. Quiet, you sons of fishes. Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Because now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all's sonar's just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
For 50 years, Ranger has led the way in innovative, high-performance designs, and we're raising the bar again with a bold new flagship line, the Ranger Z Comanche L Series. These rigs are custom crafted with a passion for perfection and loaded with more features and advantages to deliver domination at every level. The next generation Ranger L Series. Celebrate a legacy, 50 years in the making.
The Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's is brought to you in part by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by Lucas Oil, it works. Welcome back to tournament coverage. We're just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex on Lake Ray Roberts, a 25,000-acre reservoir impounded in 1987 on the Trinity River system.
I love Ray Roberts. I'm from here. I fish it all the time. It's got great big fish in it, and I think it'll show out tomorrow.
It's a really good lake. It's actually a deep lake, but it fishes. This time of year, it's going to fish shallow. Another few weeks, you can catch them deep. But I would imagine the tournament's going to be one in probably 2 foot to 6 foot of water.
This pond doesn't have a lot of fish in it, but it's got a lot of big ones in it. So it's going to take several of them, a couple 8-pounders and some 5-pounders, and we'll be good to go.
Back on the water, we'll stick with Dan Wilson and Stephen Johnston, fishing for post-spawn fish. They're offshore, on structure, and they've got 2.
We got a little rock pile out here we're just fishing across the top of. That probably about 2 foot on top, and falls off around 16, 18 foot all around the outside edge. It's usually a pretty good early morning spot. If we had a little wind on it, it would really help. But so far, we've got three bites on it.
The whole deal is here that, over the years that I've found, Dan, fishes here a lot more than me, but all you have to do somehow just generate some bites, and the percentages are with you. You generate enough bites, you're going to get a hold of the couple of the right ones. Fish. Rat. Rat.
tad. You can look right there on their fin, see how the fin's all broke up. That little male's been sitting there on a bed just coming off. Number 3. Put him over on the baby side.
While Dan and Stephen regroup, we'll move on and look in on a little issue that one of our camera crews ran across. This is reigning Lucas Oil Team of the Year Jeff Reynolds and Johnny Thompson, rendering a little aid to Mike Jones.
Does it hurt?
A little bit. Dr. Jeff's working on it for me.
I gotta get in there to get that fingernail on that split ring. You got split ring pliers?
Yeah, just right there. I think those split ring pliers, the small ones.
Well, I had a little accident. Top water was hung up. I gave it a yank. Came flying back at me, and instinct told me to put my hand up. It buried into my pinky, and my good buddy Seth here grabbed the pliers, said, "Turn your head. I'm gonna yank that sucker out." I said, "Well, let's talk about this first." I said, "Let's go over there and talk to Jeff and see if he's done the hook trick before," because Seth said he hadn't done it. And came over, and Jeff got her yanked out for me.
It don't hurt at all? Is that reel right there got a...
Chill, buddy. Right? Jeff, I appreciate it.
Ain't no problem,
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Just put some pressure on it, then quit bleeding.
Moving on, we'll catch up with our friends from Texas Boat World. This is Mike Richardson and Andy Folkrod.
It's been pretty tough. We've been shallow, been deep, and about the only bites we've had has been shallow. And we've only got one fish in the boat at this time. It's a keeper, about a 2.5, 3 pounder, something like that. But it's been pretty tough.
I haven't caught a fish except a white since I've been here. It's been tough.
You guys been throwing everything at them?
You see how messy the boat is? It's not normally like this. We put on the kitchen sink.
Any thoughts on why it's slow?
You know, that weather the day before, the last 3 days, and then the bluebird skies today, I think they're holding really tight to cover, and it's just been tough. And everybody's in the tight cover, everywhere. So we just have to tough it out and hope sometime today we hit that honey hole spot and get the bites we need. We've had a tough year this year.
And with that, we'll head to break. Coming up, we'll wrap up tournament coverage, head to weigh-in, and crown our champions right here on the Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's. We'd like to give a big thanks to the Texas Team Trail network of boat dealers. If you're in the market, we ask you to please support those that support the TXTT.
The future of boating is here. Now, get all the thrilling performance of an Evinrude E-Tech G2 in the new 150, 175, and 200 horsepower.
Bass fishing's fun, but half of these tournaments is like a boat race, trying to beat everybody down the lake. And with that Evinrude E-Tech G2, it's like driving a Corvette. That thing is passing everybody.
All the best-in-class torque of the Evinrude E-Tech G2 is now available from 150 to 300 horsepower.
This is a whole other level. The G2 is awesome.
To learn more, visit evinrude.com.
Lucas Oil Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Outboard Engine Oil will not only produce a level of confidence with each trip to the lake, but will provide trust backed by rigorous testing on the track as well as on the water. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil has an extensive additive package that will provide clean burning, smooth running, and maximum performance stability to any outboard on the market today. Lucas Synthetic Blend 2-Cycle Oil will not void your manufacturer's warranty. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine Products. Lucas Oil, it works.
Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's is brought to you in part by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Evinrude, spend more time on the water. Triton Boats, we take America fishing. By Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder. Welcome back to Lake Ray Roberts, the final stop of the regular season. After this, we're off to Sam Rayburn for the 2018 Texas Team Trail Championship presented by Cabela's. With only a couple of hours left before weigh-in, we'll get back out on the water and check in with Kelly Owens and Brent Broussard. They're fresh off a big win at Amistad, where they sacked up a monster 5-fish limit.
We're looking for 2054 to take the lead. New leader, 32-18. Yes, sir.
That was way cool. Anytime you can run into 3 giants, you're doing great, and that was a day that we'll certainly remember. Very rarely do you catch 3 fish from 8.5 to 9.5 in a matter of 15 minutes. So we came here, difficult practice, and then was lucky enough to find some fish up on the beds and were able to catch some really quality fish doing that.
You ought to see one back here.
One of the many teams we've seen shallow, Owens and Broussard have a limit, and they're guessing it to be in the 14 to 15 pound range.
Look like a bed right there. That's her, that's her. Biggin, 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 biggin. I knew that big one around it. Just be still, Ben. Be still. That's her bed right there, that little white spot. Yeah, the black spot right. Gosh, dude, there's another big one in there. I know, I see it. That's the male. Know, dude, that the male. That's about a 4. Yeah. That's a freaking 7 or better. That is her, dude. That's her. Should we get too close? I don't think so. Go in there. Oh, she's turning on it again. Come on, baby, eat it. You got it. Oh, is that the male? Is that the male? That's the male, dadgummit. I never saw him swim back in there. I didn't either. Hurry up and put him back. Never saw him go back in there. I didn't either. Dadgummit. She's still in there. Oh, come on. Ain't you never seen nothing like it? Follow it out a little bit. Dang wind. Got it. There she comes. There she comes. I'm coming with you. Yeah, baby! Woo! In there. I got you in the mouth. Yeah, she all up in the mouth. God. All right. She's hung up. Yeah. Went through the net. 7 on the nose. That's 5-pound coal. That's a 5-pound coal. I can't feel my legs. What's that? You been sitting up there so long? I've been sitting up here for an hour and a half. I need a sandwich. I need an adult beverage after that one. All right. Okay. Let's go. I don't like this spot. I mean, that's not going to win this event today, but I mean, that's a heck of a lot better tournament than we thought we were going to have.
Coming up, we'll head to weigh-in. For tournament information, you can find us at texasteamtrail.com. And we're also on Facebook.
At Mercury, when something's worth doing, it's worth doing boldly. So we ran our newest engine, the equivalent of 4 times around the Earth, at wide open throttle. Because that's what it takes to help you go boldly too. Introducing the all-new V6 Mercury 4-strokes. Lighter, quicker, more efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
TRX, the bold new family of bass boats from Triton. 7 awesome models from 18.5 to nearly 22 feet. TRX, huge casting decks, massive storage compartments, extreme Triton performance. TRX, the boat for back-to-back classic champions, ready to rocket you to the winner's circle. TRX, with Triton, having it all has never been so easy.
It takes brains and brawn out here, your wits and know-how, and the rugged performance of the Nitro ZV-18 and the Nitro ZV-21. These 2 groundbreaking deep Vs and the relentless anglers who run them are turning heads and catching fish on the tournament trail. See how the Nitro ZV series is winning on northern waters. Nitro boats. Champions aren't born, they're made.
The Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's is brought to you in part by Nitro Performance Fishing Boats, Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate, and by Mercury, go boldly. Welcome back to Lake Ray Roberts for the 4th stop of the Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's. Wrapping up our 6th season, we'd like to give a shout out to our title sponsor, who from the beginning realized the potential of what this trail could be.
So when we first started sponsoring the Texas Team Trail, we didn't really know what to expect. We knew that there was an excitement and a need for it, but we didn't know that it would be so well received by the anglers here in Texas and, the outlying states. So it's fun to see it have grown and, the anglers getting excited about it.
Over the course of 6 seasons, the Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's has paid out more than $3 million. That includes 40 boats and a couple $100,000 in sponsor contingency money. To get involved, look us up at texasteamtrail.com. Heading to the scales, Kelly Owens and Brent Broussard won the last event on Amistad, and after their last-minute heroics putting a 7-pounder in the boat, they wrapped up the day in 6th with 23.42. They'll take home $2,100.
A good day, we kind of grinded it out, and Kelly was lucky enough to put us in an area with some fish that we could go really just buckle down and fish in, and it paid off.
Ray Roberts really did show out today, and that was evident in the race for big bass. The numbers kept climbing higher until Blake Schroeder and Easton Hiley locked it up with this giant that topped out at close to 9 pounds.
Looky here, folks.
Moving into the top 5, Kurt Luker and Richie Thornton sacked up 5 for $23.49, earning them $2,500 on the day. George Jean and Tater Reynolds locked up 4th with $24.27, and with the angler advantage and sponsor contingencies, they'll cash out at just under $3,500. 3rd place went to Robert Locke and Ted Martin. They weighed 5 for $25.80, earning them $4,500. Roger Haverkamp and Kevin Lane cinched 2nd with a limit weighing 26.54. They'll pick up a check for $6,800.
Awesome, man. It was a great day. We had a limit of fish, pretty good limit in the last hour, and we pulled up on a couple trees and caught a 6 and a 7 that really anchored our stringer. So last hour we were doing a lot of handshaking and fist pumping.
And at the top of the pack, it was Chris and Adam Pells.
And Chris Pells with a 5 bass limit for a total weight of, yes sir, new leaders, 28.70. Wow, how about that, folks?
We didn't catch a fish till 9 o'clock probably. Caught one then, and we ran around for another hour before we caught another fish. And we finally found a few,
caught a couple small ones, and then we finally culled the 16-inch fish at probably 3 o'clock. So, I mean, it was, and that was a 7-pounder we culled it with. So,
for their trouble, they're going to take home a Nitro Z18 fully rigged with a 115 Mercury. They also got in the Angler Advantage side pot. They won that. Total winnings today, $30,870. Congratulations, guys.
A big shout out to the Pels, our latest Texas Team Trail champions. And here's a look at the final top 10 on the Cabela's leaderboard. Checking in on the points race for the Lucas Oil Team of the Year, Rambo and Clark maintain their lead. Reynolds and Thompson, your defending champs, are in 5th, and the rest of the top 20 is absolutely stacked. The final event on Rayburn is worth double points, and anything could happen. For information, payouts, and past results, look us up at TexasTeamTrail.com. You can also find us on Facebook. The Texas Team Trail presented by Cabela's is a Carico TV production. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.